Everybody, welcome back to JOJ, and it is August 11th. August 11th, and we're doing this our second week of 20 questions to celebrate our 20th anniversary that we had just a few days ago. Yep. So this has been the first episode of this was pretty fun, and hopefully, maybe I can stump Jenny this time.
Maybe. We'll see.
I doubt it though. But no, we've got, again, just kind of recap how it goes. We've got questions from newlyweds, Jake and Sarah. We've got questions from our kids, and then questions from each other. But Jake is asking them kind of randomly mixed up. Obviously, we know the ones we wrote. But yeah, so Jake's asking them, and then we
try to see if we survive.
Yep, so far so good. All right, we're ready, Jake?
All right, first question.
Okay.
Do you have a favorite kid and why?
I bet this is Parker's question.
It's not.
It's not?
Nope.
You wrote it.
Because I knew it'd be funny. Yeah.
Do we have a favorite kid and why? I have 3 favorite kids, and then I have 2 dogs that are actually even more favorite than the 3 kids most days. No, that all 3 of the children have very good qualities and reasons why they're each unique, and I really deep down truly don't think that I have a favorite. I mean, we always kid around with Lizzie and say that she is because we're both the babies in our family.
She's the baby,
and she's
technically.
The baby. So
yeah,
we always kid with her and say that she is.
Yeah, and if you ask the kids if they say, does mom have a favorite kid, they would say Emmett the Lloyd.
Yeah.
The dog is my favorite, but I think it's funny because I think with, like you said, all 3 of them they're very different. If they were sitting in the room, they would say Ott absolutely has a favorite kid. Yeah,
they would
100%.
But it is solely in their minds.
Did you see the eye roll? Did you see the eye roll?
Solely discipline related. They think or they see in their minds.
That's not true. 3 of us, when we want something and we know Dad's going to say no, we get Abigail to ask.
Either way, they think somebody gets away with murder or gets whatever she wants. I don't personally see it that way, but everybody else seems to.
Yeah, everybody else in the household sees it.
Yeah, but Parker and I do the most stuff together. I mean, I spend more time with him alone than than either of the girls.
Yeah.
But
I feel like, and you all fight the most too.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. we definitely disagree the most.
Yes. Yes, they're definitely the ones. And then I always say it depends on the day of who's my favorite. Because again, with all 3 of them, they're so different. I think I don't know, I wouldn't say one in particular. Again, because they each have qualities, but they would probably say that Parker's my favorite because he's mama's boy. And Parker and I feel like are the most similar personality wise, to where like Ott and Abby are very similar, and then Lizzie is just a good mix of both of us with some extra. We don't know where it came from.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, no, and that's like Abby and I, our personalities being the same. Like I can. Most of the time, I feel like if there's something I need her to do, I can get her to do it. Like, most of the time. Where Parker, our personalities are so different, I almost have to make him do it or drag him and beat him while he's doing it to get him to do it. And Lizzie, I mean, she's either going to do it or she ain't.
Yeah.
Like, you ain't going to make her do it, but if she wants to do it, it's already done.
Yeah.
Like,
100%.
So it just is what it is with her. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Next question.
Funny. How does Jenny feel about hunting?
This wasn't my question.
This wasn't my question.
So, obviously.
It's either Jake's because he's snickering or a child.
Yeah. Well, here's how Jenny feels about. I'm going to answer for Jenny, and then Jenny can answer for Jenny. So Jenny doesn't hate hunting. She's not anti-hunting. I always make the joke she loves to eat Chick-fil-A. Like, she ain't scared. She loves a good steak. She ain't scared to eat a cow. eat a chicken.
But you don't hunt a chicken and a cow. They're made to be killed and
Well,
eaten.
but my point is, you're not a non-meat eater.
Yeah,
It's not the fact that the animal has to be killed to eat meat. Like,
yeah, no.
she doesn't dislike that. What if it was really, really good? Like, if the fillet of fillets was a white-tailed deer, she'd probably really be all about me hunting. But
I think you should just go ahead and give him an X.
but like the fact that it takes up a time of mine that is otherwise free time, that is where her dislike in hunting, I feel like comes from.
Yeah, well, I mean, I grew up, my dad and brother hunted. I mean, again, like uncles, cousins, like nothing against hunting. I personally am not a hunter. I look at it as in, oh, that deer's like eating, they're having a great day eating their grass and so happy. So like, I don't
Cows
want
do
to
too?
kill. No, but they're bred to do that. Anyways, I don't want to kill anything. I'm too tenderhearted that way, I guess. I would shoot a coyote, but that's probably about it. Just because I'm afraid they'll eat my dogs. But it's 100% the time, because when we got married, I wanted nothing to do with hunting. Didn't care. He didn't want to shoot and kill anything. Like, that was very much
Like, if I needed to, I would. But it was never like, man, I want to go shoot a deer. Like that was not.
No, he was not a killer. And then this has come into our lives now, and it does. He takes a lot of planning, a lot of time to.
It's actually not that much planning.
But it is. It's all you think about.
I'm actually not lately.
Well, it's because it's not turkey season. It's not April. Jenny does not like hunting.
And
Is
duck
the
season's
answer?
a long way away.
Yes, Jenny does not like hunting. It focuses a lot on hunting, but can't plan a date night. That's all I'm going to say.
That's our primary. That's our primary concern.
Jake's like,
Yeah. Yeah.
Oops.
Next question.
Next question.
Figure out who ever asked this question.
That was Jake. Or Parker, maybe.
I think it was one of the children.
How many grandchildren will you have by your 40th anniversary?
How many grandchildren?
Yeah, because that's
Our
in 20 more
40th
years.
would be 20 years, so the twins will be 33. Okay, so I'm going to say 2 from Abby. I feel like 2 will be her max.
Yeah.
Probably 4 from Lizzie. At least 4. So 6. And Parker's the wild card because it depends on what his wife.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say 7.
7. Yeah,
That's crazy to think. I don't want to think about my children being parents.
yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to start raising them better.
I'm just gonna go with straight 2 across the board.
2?
I mean 2 for each kid.
Oh,
I'm gonna go for 2 for each
Oh.
kid. That's 6. That's my question too, by the way.
is that what it was?
Yeah. Because I just thought, I mean, at 20 years,
Yeah.
in the next 20, it's like,
Oh, that's the phase we'll be going into. This
Right.
is depression.
yeah. I mean, that's how it's going to change in the next 20. Is so by the time we get to there, I mean,
He should have done 10 years. Should have done 30.
Hopefully, we don't have a. Well, I mean,
The twins would be
Twins will be
23,
23.
so maybe not from them,
Yeah.
but from.
yeah. So yeah, I think in 20. And I mean like we've also we've raised 3 kids. You come from a bigger family, where you spent more time with your cousins and that stuff. But I mean, for me, it was my brother and I, and then Tommy's a lot older, so like we didn't have a lot of cousins and stuff around. We didn't.
You didn't do big family things. Yeah.
My grandparents were all so much older, but like we did a lot of things with other grandkids.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it'll be a neat experience, in my opinion. For the 3 little families to come over
Yeah.
with all their little kids in tow. So
All their little cousins who you're kidding will be raising them.
yeah,
Not because they don't want to, but because I'll be like, bring them over to me.
exactly.
Your dad's hunting and I have nothing else to do.
I'll be playing a hunting trip.
You and Parker will be out.
Yeah.
we'll definitely be planning a hunting trip or fishing somewhere. So yeah. Yep.
How do you guys make time for each other during your busiest seasons?
Apparently not very well during hunting season. No.
We have to be very intentional, and I feel like that's something that we probably really struggled with early. Not, I mean, necessarily early on, but like, because the busiest part of your career has been the busiest part of raising kids.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like that all just like
all
at one time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And so I think we really struggled with that for a while.
Oh yeah, we definitely did. I mean, that was pre-COVID, pre-heart surgery, pre-COVID, like all that right in there. Heart surgery kind of shut a lot of it down, truthfully, and then COVID kind of kept it, kind of stretched it out even that much more. But that it was very much a struggle because it was like, well, I mean, here's an opportunity to make income, and here's, this is more work I can do and more income, we could make. But it really, in that point in time, we weren't focused on that as much as we should have been. It was definitely more,
I feel like when the kids were younger, one thing that we always did their sleep times were always structured. So this will be good advice for the newlyweds if y'all have kids. Is I was very, very intentional on the kids had bedtimes. It didn't matter, like, especially with the twins, because there was two of them. So it didn't matter what we were doing in life. It was, hey, we were going to be home by this time, get them ready for bed, get them settled. And then, like, we always had that hour or two of just us, obviously when he wasn't traveling. But it was, kind of two purposes. One, because the kids need to sleep, and they are still great sleepers and pretty much always go to bed. Like, even now, we never had that fight struggle with bedtimes. But then when the busyness of work took on, plus the busyness of kids, that's when it's really easy to get away from. Yeah,
because we don't have that structure. When they were small, I kind of forgot about that. But yeah, I mean, it was 7:30, 8 o'clock, whatever the bedtime was. Like, we were going to be home and they were going to be in bed, and then we had another hour or two that we could eat. We'd eat dinner, we'd watch a movie, we'd do whatever, because we had that time, and it wasn't terribly late. And we could, that was also a way that we spent a lot of time together, without having to have a babysitter.
Because a babysitter. But I think just being very intentional and being aware, and it has to come from both sides. I think we struggled there too, and that's part of the reason I hate hunting, is because, like, I feel like if I don't plan a date night, we won't ever go on one. Like, I mean, it's gotten better, like, over time with that. But literally, if I didn't plan it, it wasn't happening. And so then I got to the point where I just didn't plan it.
Yeah, and
to the point.
Yeah, and the part for me, like, where I'm like, oh, hey, we could go have a date tonight, like, because other stuff kind of fell into place, and this kid went here, this one, whatever. So like it's like, well, I didn't plan it out 10 days in advance, but it worked out to where, we could tonight just happened to be free or whatever. So like that's. Yeah, I think either both parts of that, taking this, the spontaneous when it comes, when you're able to, as well as you got to plan for when it's not going to be, and to make sure that it does happen.
Yeah.
Is that 5 already? Is that 5?
Wow.
Okay. All right.
You're not sweating too bad this time.
No.
You feel like you did good on those?
I think I did better on those. Yeah. How did you do? Are you sweating, or did you do okay?
I'm good. I
feel like I should ask you too.
Yeah.
All right. Well, come back next week, and we will have another 5 questions for you. See you then.